Hello,
All right.
John. How's it going?
All is well. How's things?
Fantastic. You're out the back of the house.
I am indeed. We have a little courtyard in the middle of the house, so it's nice and cool outside, so might as well make the most of it.
Excellent. Well, delighted that you've taken the call. As I say, we're putting the word out to all our diaspora. For the last few weeks, we've been chatting to different people from Tasmania to Australia, and now we have managed to get to chat to you in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, that's it.
Where in Abu Dhabi are you?
So we're in a place called Khalifa City. So Abu Dhabi is the capital of the United Arab Emirates. Like probably most people know Dubai.
Yeah.
But Abu Dhabi would be the capital. A lot of Irish over here. Like there's thousands and thousands of us here as well.
Go away.
Yeah, there's a serious contingency of us. Like a lot of us are teachers. I'm a teacher myself, and either a teacher or you're a nurse, one or the other. You rarely find like the majority of people here are teachers,
Wow.
and like 90% of the country are expats.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, so like 10% are only local, which are Emirati. They're obviously they kind of, they're not the majority workforce here. Like there's a lot of expats, Filipinos, Europeans, Asian, and then obviously the Westerners like ourselves and that. But yeah, it's very diverse over here.
And do you all hang out together? Is it a bit being at home? Is it? Is it like being at home?
Oh, it is. Like I'm living in a villa here now, and there's 5 other Irish lads and then 1 English lad in the villa. So yeah, so like there's plenty of us. Like everyone thinks it's quite strict over here. Like it is strict in reason and ways, but honestly, like I went over here thinking to be like it'd be a big massive culture shock, but like there's a lot of like Irish companies over here. Like there's an Irish fish and chip shop. There's Irish pubs. It's very strange. And there's 2 GA clubs in Abu Dhabi itself.
Wow.
Yeah. So I tried to come over and give that a go, but I was absolutely useless at it. So I said I'll leave.
Are you not into? You're mainly into running, really, is it? And
yeah,
you're doing a bit of diving, I think, as well.
Yeah. So like that's one of the reasons I came over here was just to change up things at home. Like I was training full time at home. I was involved with Mullingar Harriers at a young age, and I was competing with UCD then. And yeah, like I absolutely love running. It's the only thing that I became quite good at it as I put my time and effort into it. And over here, it's quite funny. Like there's loads of races, like 10K races, desert runs, and it was just mad. And it's funny, like I've done a few of them. Like it's great. Like when the GAA stopped, obviously they'd be all quite good athletes, and a lot of them stopped playing GAA, and we actually set up a running club over here. Myself and a lad called Kieran Breslin, who's based up in Donegal. So we have about 40 or 50 athletes in the running group, and we train on a Wednesday night. Now, not all 50 would come down, but we might have a group of 15 lads on a Wednesday night in Zayed Sport City or on Masdar track, and all these and the temperatures are picking up now, so it'll make for interesting training runs.
And when did you go to Abu Dhabi?
So I moved in. Oh gosh, it was. I came out quite late, so I finished my master's in UCD in June of 2019, and then I decided to come straight out in September of 2019. I just didn't want to teach in Ireland at all. Just wanted a complete change, and I'm very happy that I did. And I haven't looked back, and it gave you kind of more of a bug. Stay here for a couple more years and then travel again. But yeah, it's fantastic out here. And we're very lucky that it's not as obviously we're seeing restrictions at home are still in place, and it's unfortunate that that's the case. But over here, it's a lot more relaxed. Cases obviously are high here as well. I think similar enough to Ireland, but it's a bit different. We're still following guidelines, but it's not as strict compared to home. So
is this sort of the first time you've ever been away from home, or have you traveled a lot? Like when you're in college, did you travel as well when you're in college?
Like I did the regular holidays, whether it be on a lad's holiday or anything like that, or holidays with my family to France and Spain and all these places. But this is the first step I took on by myself. It was I made the decision to travel on my own. I packed up my things and said goodbye to everyone. Came over here not knowing anybody. I think I knew 2 people that were based in the UAE. 3 people: Paul Sharry, Shane Dempsey, and Ali Nolan. They were the only 3 people from Mullingar that I knew over here. And so I just kind of wanted just to, start fresh and see what it was like, and no regrets since,
And you better say hello to, well, we'll better explain who you are. Your father is John Daly, isn't that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
And your mother is Joanna. It was Joanna Mills, but she's Joanna Daly now for many years. And you have sisters and brothers as well, yeah?
I have 2 sisters, so Ella and Evie. Ella is in college in DCU, finishing up final year in her, Mint course, Marketing, Innovation, New Technology. I'm fairly certain it's that. And then Evie is in 5th year now, getting ready for her leaving cert next year.
So are you going to travel much more now? Is the plan to stay 2 years or 3 years and then hit the road again?
Yeah, so I came over here thinking I'd do just 2 years, do my contract and go. But after the first year, I changed jobs.
Right.
I just changed, got a better school, a better offer. And I kind of I'm happy staying here for another 2 or 3 years anyway. And then I come home, I try and come home every Christmas and summer. Right. Obviously, I couldn't travel last Christmas with quarantine and COVID. But I can see myself doing 2 or 3 more years here. And then my friends are getting the travel bug as well. So they're obviously looking at Oz down the line. And some of them are looking into Canada and stuff like that. So I wouldn't rule out that down the line either. And the school I'm working in now, it's a Canadian school. Okay. So I can actually teach over there down the line if I want to.
Brilliant. So tell us, what is your qualifications? What do you do at college?
So I done my studies in UCD. My Bachelor of Arts was in UCD. So I did Irish and Geography. Mm-hmm. And then I did my Master's in Education to be fully qualified teacher. So it was 5 years in university. So 3 undergrad and then 2 postgrad.
So you're a teacher or you're a PE teacher?
I'm just a teacher.
I'm just a teacher.
Just a teacher, yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'd love to be a PE teacher.
So you were saying that Keith O'Donnell is one of the best PE teachers in the EU or the UAE.
Yes, UAE. So UAE stands for, it's an abbreviation for United Arab Emirates. Right. And so he's from Mayo himself, and he's a PE teacher. And it's great. It's great seeing anyone Mullingar kind of doing their own thing and promoting their own business or whatever it is. And it's funny, we're 4 hours ahead here, so I'd always get the notification that you're online. And if I can, I always check in the evenings, and it's just watch it. It's fun to watch as well. So it's good crack as well. So fair play to you on that.
Oh, thank you. Well, we're having great fun, as I say. With the 12 bongs, we're having great fun with that. Asking everyone in the town to give us a bong, And we're doing that bus sessions. The bus session is going a long time now. I think we're 349. It could be 350 today. So we're going to get the year out.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Serious energy required to do that. I don't know how you do that.
I'm surprised with myself no more than that. So and we're on the bus actually, as you can see. So
deadly.
We're doing everything from the bus. So any meetings that we do or any chats, so people will invite them on the bus and get them to promote their business, or even we'll go outside the bus because the weather's starting to get good as well here. As you can see, we have sun today and blue whitish sky, and it's actually warm. I've got my hoodie on here, but it is warm. What's the temperature in your place?
Yeah, it's chilly enough today. It's about 36 degrees. It usually is a bit hotter.
So how many people live in that area then? Is it as big as Mullingar or bigger probably?
It would be a lot larger. The population of the UAE is around 10 million, a little under it. So Abu Dhabi would be a quieter city to Dubai. Dubai is where you'd go up and enjoy your weekend or something like that. We're kind of more the Dubai side.
Yeah.
But the facilities here are unbelievable. Gyms are opened here, pools are opened, restaurants are open. It's very, very relaxed. Obviously, there's social distancing and masks, and as teachers, we have to get COVID tests quite often. So I've received about 30 COVID tests since it all started. Some teachers have received over 50, depending if they're traveling up and down from Dubai. So it's a fairly serious system in place, and it's different to Ireland that if you don't obey the rules, there's not €100 fine coming your way. It could be a €5,000 fine coming your way. So it's very strict. So that's why you do follow the guidelines, the rules. And if you don't, at the end of the day, that was one everyone was saying to me. You have to be careful coming over here. It's a Muslim country, and I was like, Yeah, I know that obviously, but when I kind of came over here, it's, you know, it's natural to adapt to their cultures. You know, if you're not going to adapt to their cultures, you know, you don't really have much of a chance anyway. So, you know, it's only naturally you come over, you kind of integrate with you mix with them, you learn a few, you know, key words.
Yeah.
Like it's a great lifestyle as well. Like, so I'd recommend for anyone that's, you know, considering coming over here, consider Abu Dhabi if you want to kind of, you know, train a lot, enjoy yourself as well. There's loads of stuff to do over here regarding, like, you know, scuba diving in Fujairah. It's one of the Emirates. It's like a province.
Wow.
You'd go up and you do scuba diving. Like, we've seen turtles, we've seen sharks. It's really, really cool.
And is there beautiful reefs there as well? Like, there's great color in the sea, is there?
Yeah, like it's funny. The times that we went there, it was quite cloudy, but we done a night dive, which was really cool. So we went down to the bottom of the ocean. Like, I think we went 30 meters down. Like, it's a serious experience. So we done, myself and a guy from Roscommon, Niall Shannon, we came over and he was mad into trying scuba diving. So we done the open water course and then we done the advanced water course. Wow. Like something I'd never consider doing in Ireland, you know. So that's why over here you're doing completely different stuff that you'd never ever consider doing back at home.
And as well as that, the sun is there as well, and it changes the mindset as well, because when we're at home here, we've got a lot of rain and the sky is sort of brown and blue and it keeps changing and we have all different types of weathers. But there, and then as well as that, the landscape as well, I'd say, is there a lot of sand or is there a lot of green?
Yeah, no, it's a desert climate. But it's a built up urban area as well. So Dubai, Dubai maybe 30 years ago isn't, you know, compared to it now, it's an urban jungle now. It has the world's tallest skyscraper, the Burj Khalifa. You know, it has everything you'd ever, it's an incredible city. And you know,
do you drive there?
I do, yeah. So driving is fairly intense out here now. You want to have your wits about you. Like, you know, there's big Nissan patrol cars, guys that be traveling at like you know, on the motorway, you'd be going up to 160 kilometers an hour, like, you know, and you're nearly better off to be in the fast end than the slow end. I know it sounds silly, but you know, you want to be keeping up to their pace within reason, obviously. But yeah, like, and obviously being over here as well, like, there's pros and cons. You know, the cons are you're away from your friends at home, your family, and you know, when obviously COVID hit, that was a big reality check for all of us, and obviously you'd want to be home there for that. Just for more, you know.
What do you miss about home? Is it just the gang and the crack? And
no, like, it's honestly, Mullingar is a great town, you know, and it's everything. It's from like, it's from this. I'm quite at times simple in ways that I just literally love going in, getting a coffee in town, chilling out with my mates, going for, you know, a run in town with the lads, or going for a run with my dad on the bike, or just hanging around, you know, walking my dog. It's the simple things like that, seeing the grandparents. You know, it sounds mad, but they're the things that you know, when you do move away from home and people get older, you know, you do appreciate the small things. And like, I am excited to get back at some stage during the summer if I can and see everybody.
An example of it for me was I went to America in 2001, I'd say it was, and we went to Nashville and Philadelphia and Memphis. When I went to Nashville, I thought, you know, it's a sort of a cultural place. It's a sort of a different type of town. I went to Memphis. Memphis was sort of got that sort of eerie feeling to it. And like, you're looking at lads driving Jeeps around, you're going looking for the gun, like at the back, and, you know, this type of thing. And, you know, there's that eeriness, like anything could happen. And then Nashville is sort of, it's sort of country orientated, but really it's an insurance capital of America. And then Philadelphia then is, to me, the Philadelphia is straight roads. But anyway, when I came home after all that, I was just down by Buckley's, and there's two lads standing on the side of the road and they're going, "Oh, but Jess, how's it going?" And the whole lot, and they're shouting, talking to each other and cursing, our natural curse. And you go, I just stopped and went, God, it's great to be home. And it was so simple, so simple. I know. Two lads shouting at each other and cursing, naturally cursing, not in bad taste, but
yeah.
So it's strange when you travel and you've come from all over the world, or you've come to different areas. And that's what I feel, especially with Mullingar, that we have everything in the town. We have whatever you want. All them people are there that if you want to just check in with them, who can help you in your way. Because once you've traveled, you can come back to your town, and it sort of puts your own town under a microscope in your own mind. And you go, yeah, and they've done that, and that, yeah, and they're like them people, and they're like them people. You know, I went to Jamaica one time. And I was in Jamaica, and I met loads of people that looked like people from Mullingar. We had a great time there. But anyway, look, thanks a million for taking the call.
No bother at all, right?
Great to have you on board. And what I'm going to ask all my guests from now on is they're going to have to introduce the show. So I need you to make videos for me. Okay.
Oh, that can be done. It's Sunday here, which is our first. So we work from Sunday to Thursday.
Yeah.
So this is like our Monday. So it's quite different. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like if you can do the Bong Show, I'll send you the message anyway. And if you can do the one from the bus sessions, John Daly here from Abu Dhabi with probably something in the background. And
perfect.
The bus sessions from Abu Dhabi.
Perfect.
Anyway, cover the crack. One question for you. What's your day like? What time do you get up at? What time do you go to sleep at?
Okay, so we get up around 6 a.m. and we're in for around 7:30.
Do you have to travel far?
So so there's three of us that work in the same school. Yeah. So we take turns driving, and it's about 15 minutes in on the car, which is fairly grand. Like it's in an area called Musafa. But the school I'm in now is a very good school. I'm very happy there. So I can't see myself moving out of it anytime soon unless they want to move me out. So I'm teaching English and social studies. So it's like English and geography, basically. And we're teaching a Canadian curriculum, which took a while to get used to, but it's grand. Like, you know.
So you had to go and learn that curriculum?
Yeah, like obviously we're trained in university to lesson plan and stuff. So once you're given the kind of program of studies, it's fairly handy to kind of pick and choose what to do. You know, obviously with COVID, it's quite different now. There's no group work or pair work, except if you do breakout rooms online. So half the students are online and half the students are face to face. And so yeah, and like students are obviously getting COVID tests quite often. If one student gets COVID, the bubble shuts, so like an area of the school shuts. And if two students get COVID, then the whole school shuts down and it goes back to e-learning.
And who is the clientele? Is it all Canadians you're teaching now in the Canadian school?
Yeah, so now it's kind of a mixture of Canadians and then like Canadians and kind of different international people. But in my last school, it was all local, which was which was completely different, if I'm honest.
Do they understand English then? They probably can speak it as well as we can, or badly as we can.
Yeah, well, I would say some of them speak it as good as us, and then some of them the majority would speak quite poorly. Now this isn't my previous school. This school, at the school I'm in now, all the students are very astute and very clever. So you want to be bringing your A game most days. And
does many of them speak Irish?
It's funny, they asked me if I spoke any Gaeilge, so orintha téim Gaeilge agus tá Glauer to Gaeilge and Tamar Fad, so Tá Chéim Gaeilge, so orintha bhí Mishix made of us Gaeilge fashion. So
brilliant. And as well as that, I mean, when you go away as well, your language becomes very important, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Like I went to a Gael school in Willen, so that's where I learned my Irish, and I went to Irish college many a time down in Clare and Cape Clear Island in Cork off the coast of Baltimore. So that's where I kind of learned my Irish, and absolutely often, like myself and Tig Morrissey in the house, we'd start speaking Irish, and there's two lads here, they're Irish, but they don't speak Irish. They get a bit frustrated not knowing what we're saying. So, and we live with an English lad as well. He gets awfully confused when we start speaking Irish. So it's great crack. We'll be throwing him a bit of abuse.
Well, look, as I said, thanks a million for coming on board. And I think we've covered every single thing. And I mean, you're a great man to show off where you are in the world, and we really appreciate it. As I said, our diaspora is so important to ourselves. As I say, what you've learned and what you bring home is so important to our town and our people as well. So we really appreciate you coming on board, and thanks for taking the call. So I'm going to plug out here, and we will chat to you soon. Maybe when you come home, we'll have
absolutely.
We'll have a coffee downtown.
Sounds good, Ray. Have a good day. Thanks a million.
Thank you very much. God bless.
Take care, Ray.
Bye bye. Now, end.